Hi, and welcome to Revive Business AI. My name is Austin Moore. I'm the founder of Revive, and I want to take a quick moment to introduce myself and also say thank you for visiting the Revive website and watching this demo. There should be time markers for you to jump ahead or back to whatever sections are most useful for you right now, whether you own a company, you're a manager, director, you're supporting a manager, whatever your position may be. I hope that this video helps you whether or not you move forward with Revive. Of course, I think you should move forward with Revive because we help all of our clients. Once we support you, we are an extended family, extended team of your company. That is the culture that I instill here in Revive. You will have the most effective means of AI tools to support your sales and marketing team and organize your efforts, period. Revive was made because it is my offering to the marketplace. I've worked for family companies since I was 9 years old, was the first to go to college in my family, and worked in corporate 500, et cetera, and created this suite for companies to have the ultimate advantage and compete against enterprise companies and fill the gaps between human needs, because we're all human. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And our marketing budget is at the mercy of human habits. So Revive is made to fill all those gaps. I hope that you enjoy the video. I hope you learned something. And if you would like to move forward, please go ahead and submit your information. And Mia should call you, or you can email us directly, and we'll get you set up with an advisor to move forward. That being said, thank you again. Thank you for visiting Revive. Have a good one and enjoy the demo. All right, welcome everyone to the Revive Business AI System Review. I'm Austin Moore. I'm the founder of Revive Business AI, and I'm joined here by Boston Ellis, a friend from the Shred-It team who will be walking through the functionalities of Revive with us.
Hey, Austin, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for joining, Boston. So here at Revive, we have created a powerful AI agent team to cover the essential sales and customer service tasks that have been foundational for growth of companies since the beginning of time. To best distinguish each agent, we've named them, and we personalize them to each of our customers. From names to verbiage used, tone, objection handling, company knowledge, and so on, so they best represent your company, such as Revive and Shred-It, and such as yours. In this review, we'll cover each agent's role, followed by how easily they operate within your company, hands-free to qualify, answer FAQs, schedule appointments, and convert leads to sales, and then happy customers to raving reviews. The Revive AI agent's goals are to be as human-like as possible, to automate tedious tasks that make all the difference in maintaining current business and growth, so employees can handle fulfillment and high-value person-to-person customer interactions. The Revive AI system has 7 goals for our customers. First is to easily utilize sales and customer service AI agents, then eliminate growth barriers for employees and skill training overhead, reduce customer acquisition costs, increase lifetime value of customers, and grow a positive reputation without a substantial OpEx. Then we want our customers to compete with enterprise competitors, integrate all of their current business tools, increase customer satisfaction, and provide 24/7 support in answering customers' needs and scheduling appointments. At Revive, we've developed 8 foundational agents just for you. There's Eli, the B2B sales BDR, which grows partnerships and B2B business opportunities. Theo, who instantly responds, qualifies, and books visitors from your website that fill out submission forms. Then we have Dara. Dara operates similarly to Theo to instantly engage with your leads from your ads that you run, so you instantly qualify and schedule appointments for up to a 4x multiple of conversions by contacting them within a 60-second window or less, so your ad spend goes even farther. Mia operates to reactivate those aged leads, which you may or may not have contacted previously, but for whatever reason, they didn't convert to a sale. She even reminds prospects of upcoming appointments to increase your show rates to 85% or more. Kai is the customer support agent that provides timely updates and communication so customers do not grow frustrated when they're waiting for your service. Owen is the 24/7 call handling agent for any calls that come in to set appointments and answer questions. Lex is the upsell expert who inquires with customers after they've purchased from you to offer extended services for higher customer value, driving your marketing ROI even higher. Tessa is the customer reviews agent that persistently requests reviews from happy customers after they purchase from you. We created all of these agents to manage the sales and fulfillment needs for any company. So of course there's adjustments made to fit each customer, and that is exactly what makes Revive AI agents so effective, because it fits your exact workflow for your company needs with business tools you already use, such as onboarding and payment processing platforms. Before we jump into Revive agents, let's go ahead and check out the back end for the user interface and reporting. So when we venture over to the dashboard, you'll see all of the KPIs you need to keep track of your company. We can go back as many months or as weeks as we'd like to make sure that we're covering the timeframes that best fit your interests, whether they're around specific marketing goals or whatever that interest may be as you're talking through campaigns with your customers. We can jump around. There's open deals in your sales pipeline, closed deals. You'll see appointment counts, what stages all of those deals are currently at, as well as the lead source where those customers came into your pipelines. Then we'll have the calendar section where your AI texting, calendars, and callers will post the new appointments along with the information from those calls, which we'll see later on. And then finally, we have contacts, where you'll see all of your customers' leads with the tags, how you organize your company's inbound leads and current leads, as well as the tags that will activate and trigger your agents from the contacts list, as well as your opportunities tab. The opportunities tab will show the stages where each of your leads come in, as well as what stages they are fulfilled. For this example, we have a text to intro, we'll have email marketing replies, such as from Eli, we'll have web leads coming in from Theo, and we'll have different stages which will trigger different agent actions. Then we'll go into the fulfillment timeline where you'll see different sorts of stages, the reps such as Tessa for customer review requests and Kai for building process starts, where you can organize those and then trigger agents even further. Then there's the conversations tab where you'll be able to look at the dialogue specifically between each customer and the agent that's been replying to them. All right, Boston, now that we covered the back end, do you want to go ahead and shoot over to the website and we'll cover the Theo emailing?
Yes, absolutely. So I have the website pulled up now.
Okay.
All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and type in my email address here.
Perfect.
And just clicked submit. And we'll just pop over to my Outlook here. All right, so I did just receive the email.
All right, awesome. Looks like I've timed that, and we got you right at about 14 seconds, 15 seconds. Cool. Go ahead and just reply back to them.
Trying to give you all the information here, including my phone number. For those of you watching, no spam calls, please. All right, and I am sending my response right now. Just clicked send.
Okay, great. All right, Boston, it looks like you just delivered the reply to you. I can see that it was opened. Do you have the reply from Theo there?
Yes, I do. It's right here. Would you like me to read it for the audience?
Please do. Please do.
Hi, Boston. Sifting the gold from the gravel in lead gen can really be taxing. Revive's AI engages and filters leads in 60 seconds, boosting your meeting rates by 30 to 50%. How many employees does Shreddit have? A complimentary consultation would clarify what success with AI in your sales practice could look like. There's a meeting link below if you'd like to cut to the quick. Best regards, Theo at Revive AI. And then there is a link for a meeting at the bottom.
Cool. Cool. All right. Yeah. I mean, you can go back and forth and email with him all day. Just continue to reply back. There's an algorithm there where it'll just continue to ask the next list of qualification questions, or you can just jump straight to the meeting. So now let's go ahead and check out the call feature whenever you submit a form on Revive. A lot of folks will either have an AI caller or a text or an email as soon as that submission is filled out. So you grab that lead as soon as they submit before they go off and check out 3 or 4 other competitors. So let's jump in there and we'll check out the caller. All right, so we're on the Get Started page now. A lot of companies will have this sort of lead form whenever there's any sort of interest. You need to have a lead form, right, to capture that contact. Some companies will have a calendar there as well. And the calendar is great, but sometimes that can have like non-qualified leads. Like we want to make sure for Revive at least that there's budget for marketing. So that means that a company is serious about their marketing and sales systems. So if Boston, if you go ahead and just go ahead and fill out that form, we'll have Mia call you, and I'll start the timer to show that Mia calls typically within about 2 minutes or so.
Alrighty, I'm filling it out. Okay, I just press submit.
Okay, cool. And it should be on that thank you form.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and start the timer now. And we'll get it started. So this has been really important for a lot of companies. We did a study with a law firm, and they realized that they missed out on about 36% of a quarterly revenue opportunities, business opportunities. A lot of companies they'll set aside time to get to their leads that left information on their contact form, but that's about like an hour or two later. Like if you're in distress, you need a service, or your boss just told you, hey, I need this information or this service ASAP. Let's sign it up for tomorrow. You can't really wait on a company that's not going to get back to you for a few hours. So lead forms are really important whenever you're driving traffic to your website from an ad campaign or a Google search. Typically it's Theo. This is like the Theo agent, but we have Mia call out. Mia handles actually a lot of our calls because she's always been kind of like our cornerstone agent. Okay, here we go.
Hi, it's Boston.
Hi, is this Boston? I'm Mia. Just calling you back after I saw your inquiry on our website, Revive AI.
Thanks, Mia. I appreciate it.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Boston. Yeah, I just saw your Get Started form, so I'm calling to get you connected with our advisors as soon as possible. I promise this chat will be quicker than fixing a frozen Zoom room. Sound fair?
Yes.
How's your day going so far?
It's going well. How's yours?
Mine's going great. Thanks for asking. Out of curiosity, what motivated you to reach out to Revive, and what seems to have caught your eye about our services?
Yeah, I reached out because my sales team is struggling with filtering out cold leads from warm leads in our sales system.
Got it. That's a common challenge. What's the single biggest bottleneck in your sales or business right now?
It's the time spent filtering through leads. I'd rather have my sales agents, working the warm leads than filtering out lists.
Understood. If that wasn't solved, how would it affect your business?
Well, about a 30% loss in revenue.
That's significant. Are you exploring any AI systems already?
I have, yes.
Okay. How many people are currently on your sales team?
12.
Got it. And what tools or methods are you using for prospecting and sales today?
LinkedIn, Salesforce, and pre-purchased leads.
I hear you. Many Revive clients felt that same frustration with manual filtering before they switched. Just so you know, Revive's AI agent team runs outreach playbooks consultants charge $50 grand to teach, yet costs just a few dollars a day and keeps your reps focused on closing deals. I'd love to set up a complimentary consultation with one of our advisors to map this to your goals. What date and time would work best for you?
Before we book the appointment, can you kind of explain how Revive would work for me?
Absolutely. Revive uses human-like AI agents that integrate directly with your existing tools like Salesforce and LinkedIn. They automatically filter and prioritize your leads, so your team only spends time on the warm ones. The agents handle the initial outreach and qualification across calls, texts, and emails, adapting to your specific industry. It's like adding a top-tier SDR that works 24/7 without the overhead. Does that help clarify how it would fit for your team?
Yes, and can we go ahead and book that appointment?
Great. What date and time would work best for you to meet with our Revive AI advisor?
January 7th at 11 a.m.
Okay, so that's January 7th and 11 a.m. Let me check if that is available for you. Can you hold for just a moment?
Yes, no problem.
Perfect. January 7th at 11 a.m. is open. Before I get this scheduled for you, I'll need to confirm a few quick details. To confirm, your first name is Boston, right?
Correct.
Thank you. And for your last name, I have Ellis. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and you are calling from Shreddit. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, and last but not least, I have your email as boston.com. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
All set. You are confirmed for January 7th at 11 a.m. An advisor will meet you via the link in the invite to show exactly how Revive's AI agents can help your team focus on closing deals. Thanks for the chat, Boston.
Thank you,
Excited
Mia.
to see the results for your team. You're very welcome. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right, Boston. So now that we're here after the call, what do you see in your email?
I have the email from you with the calendar invite that I can accept, which I'll just go ahead and do right now. Boom, added to my calendar. And then I have an appointment confirmation for the date and time that I specified on the call, as well as a link to a Google Meets it would look like here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for this demo, I go ahead and just had it in my name and on my calendar. But if we jump into the Revive system here on my side, I can see I can see the invitation here, and it'll also be in my mail. But if I click in here inside of the meeting, I have all this information on you, but then I also have internal notes. Before I take the call with you, I'm interested to see why you even want to speak with us, right? And so a few notes here are, what's your bottleneck? Time spent filtering through cold leads versus warm leads. What's your consequence if you don't fix that? 30% loss in revenue. What's your timeline? Ready to move forward? Sales team size is 12 people, and then redundancy, the contact information. So now folks, or in our clients, you can see exactly how the call went, have that insight. If you want the recording, we can get that to you. You have the insight and feel better prepared after you go in, look at their website, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, that's all the information that you would want to know before you get into a call, right? You don't want to go in blind?
No, never.
Yeah.
When I was a branch manager, that was like the worst case scenario, is going into any call blind.
Yeah, we would never let that happen to you. So we have that here, all that information is ready to go. All right, so cool. Thank you, Boston. Let's go ahead and jump into the next agent.
Already?
Okay, so for this agent, this is the B2B Prospecting pilot. We call it Eli. Again, names can be whatever you want, but whenever you're building B2B business, email and LinkedIn or social media outreach has always been key. And if you can automate that, which is exactly what cold emailing campaigns do, with a sales qualified lead lists. You know that these key stakeholder people that you're reaching out to are the people you want to speak with, decision makers, their subordinates, X, Y, and Z. You want to have a compelling copyright that fits exactly towards their needs. You want to show that you did some research. You want to show that you have a value proposition that fits their interests, and just to start the conversation, right? And so we build AI agents to have copyright that's specific, like specialized for customers, because copyright can make the difference between a 0.5% reply rate and booked meeting rate to 3% booked reply rate. And that can make the difference between a couple, like tens of thousands a year, hundreds of thousands a year, or millions a year. And so we have Eli, the prospecting pilot. It researches your company, it researches your LinkedIn, it researches your company's LinkedIn, and then it provides particular messaging specifically to what you care about. And so whenever you go ahead and have these leads, a lot of times you'll have a lead list. We'll do some lead enrichment, which we can provide as well. But all you'll need is your lead LinkedIn, which I went ahead and added in here. Your company's lead LinkedIn, your company's LinkedIn, and your company website. So it's just the base information. And whenever you pull a lead list, whether you're pulling from Apollo or Zoom Info, or you're having it pulled yourself, or we're creating something for you, you just upload it and you can have it actually jump straight into the system with a tag. Or it's as easy as just selecting one lead, all the leads on this view, or you can select all the leads in your system, or you can have it sectioned off. Whenever you upload a lead list for a specific campaign, you can section off into specific groups. Just tag that group, whatever it is. It's so easy to set this up. Whenever you have this, like, falls in line for an omnichannel approach. A lot of companies, especially tech companies that we work with, they'll email, LinkedIn, they'll call, and then they'll pay attention to the content that they make on their LinkedIn to develop that organic attraction. It's all part of a B2B marketing approach. Now you automate all of that with a cold email infrastructure that lands in primary every single time. No promotions, no spam. We prepare that for you automatically as part of the services that we can provide. And then you can activate that right here just from a few clicks. So all I need to do for this, obviously it's you, Boston. So I'll go ahead and click this check mark, and then I'll just tag you right here. So I'll go into test Eli for Boston, just because you can track all the actions that occur in your system. And then you just go into tags. So now it just threw you into the cold email infrastructure that has our specialized Eli that's been trained for a particular person, a decision maker, a key stakeholder that we want to speak with. It researches their company, researches their leads LinkedIn, so you have a hook that can pull in and show that that whoever's writing you did some research. And I went ahead and started the timer here. So about 6 seconds. I started that a little bit late, so we could probably add on 10 seconds because I started rambling. But typically you should receive that email, within a minute or so.
I just got it.
Did you get it? Okay, we're at 24 seconds, so plus 10, 35 seconds. So can you go ahead and pull up the email and just read it off for us? If you don't mind.
Hi, Boston. Helping companies stay compliant while keeping client data secure is no small task, especially across so many industries. That's obviously a tie-in to Shreddit. I imagine your sales team is constantly finding complex needs from highly regulated prospects. With Revive Business AI, you can easily harness AI agents for powerful sales and customer service system that competes enterprise counterparts. And we have so much data on these groups specifically. I'm sorry, I'm reading this terribly. That outcompetes enterprise counterparts. And we have so much data on these groups specifically. You get a personalized AI system from your business and built so you need zero technical knowledge. The modern strategy for growth without bringing on more staff. Plus, we train you on how to use it, of course. Any interest in a complimentary workshop with our team? Best regards, Austin at Revive Business AI.
Perfect. And we had that whipped up for this demo specifically. It doesn't exactly show our secret sauce for a copy, but it gets to the point, right? It's done some research. It's giving you our value proposition. It invites you to a low pressure state just to learn, and kind of get you in the ball game. And so that's our B2B. We can B2B agent Eli, and we can couple that with an outreach program for across LinkedIn. So you not only receive that email, you also receive a LinkedIn connection request and some follow up and things like that. I know that you said that you work in Salesforce and Sales Navigator, so you're in LinkedIn. You know how that game goes. You know how that grind can be. So this is covering your email, it's covering your LinkedIn, and so you can focus on calls, current deals that you need to close, whatever research you need to do to support your clients best before they go ahead and sign on the dotted line. And this is how Revive fits in to make sure you can accomplish that at scale. So thank you for that, and let's go ahead and jump into the next agent that we have here. Okay, so Boston, remember that ebook that we talked about earlier?
Yes, I do.
If you could pull up that landing page and put in your information, we'll show how Dara, the add to engagement agent, automatically connects with these customers over lead generation forms to start qualifying, and you'll be able to have a conversation with her. So if you could pull up that page and then start filling out your information, you'll receive an email from the ebook, and then you should receive a text message from Dara as well.
All right, so I just sent it. I just filled out the form.
Okay, perfect. And that email
And I
should
got
come
the
back to you by
text.
you got the text already?
I did.
Perfect. Yeah, for ebooks and things like that, we typically send that text out about 15 minutes later. Give people time to review the content, and then that text message comes in afterwards. It's great for B2B advertising, starting to build those relationships and qualifying. But for purposes of the demo, I went ahead and made it for instantly. So with that conversation, you can go ahead and just start writing back Dara and fulfill that conversation and see how it goes. And then she's also able to send you a link for any appointment you want to make.
All right, I just texted back.
Okay. It's typically up to like a 25-second delay sometimes, but it's a really powerful tool. And again, this can work in thousands of leads. A lot of B2B marketing campaigns are over email and social selling. But if you're running ads, ebooks are great, and invitation to webinars are also great. You'll see for webinars, you'll typically see a 5 to 10 or maybe even 15% conversion rate to meetings and then sales. And then that all just depends on your close rate from there. But ebooks are a great way to bring in those leads into your CRM and then start nurturing those leads, whether it's this initial text message that you receive or if it's an email sequence because that person showed interest. Have you received the text message back?
Yep, I'm just like going back and forth with it now.
Oh, okay. How would you say the quality is?
Good, and it's quick too.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you want to keep leads engaged. So whenever you're having these conversations, you never want to leave them hanging, especially if they're in the moment. They're showing interest in a specific topic that's related to Revive or to your company. You want to make sure that they stay engaged and get to that meeting as soon as possible. So that's what all of our agents are designed to do. And I'm looking over to the right because I see you're actually on your screen over to my right. It looks like you have the same setup.
I like that it's asking questions that are very easy for me to answer.
Yeah, you don't want to cause too much friction there that we've learned from these campaigns. So You just want to straight kind of to the point and lead the customer down a thought path.
Purpose of the demo, do you want me to keep going back and forth until it reaches its conclusion?
You can, but you can go ahead and just ask for a meeting time, and it'll go ahead and shoot you that meeting link. Whenever you have a company like this and you have any sort of ad spend, if you do not have, whether it's a call center or a system just like Revive, if you do not have some sort of system or person monitoring these leads in real time, you're just wasting marketing dollars. We've seen it time and time again. You can have the best marketing company or the best marketing team, but if you're not actively managing all these leads, as soon as they come in, we have 25,000 bits of stimulus a day that we interfere with and that we engage with, and any sort of marketing material, it's lost to the wind. Even if it's an ebook, this ebook, I believe it's 29 or 39 pages, full of great material. But we have to engage with these customers, or else we'll be lost to the wind. How's it going there with Dara?
She sent me a link to book a meeting, and I'm still just going back and forth. I didn't click the link. I can if you want me to.
No worries. It's actually in that link. It's triggered, so it will continue to follow up with you until you actually click that link. So
okay.
You can go ahead and click it, or the follow-up, it won't be for, I think it's like 4 hours from now. So it'll be long after we're done with this demo. But if there's anything else that you wanted to ask or show about Dara, that's fine too.
I'm going through the booking right now just to show how easy it is. Just getting my personal info in there. Okay, schedule. Oh, add guests. That's a nice little feature.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So it looks like it's been booked.
All right, perfect. And that content, I just want to clarify that content or that calendar, it links directly with any work email or any work calendar. You know this, but for the folks that are watching, it links directly to your calendar. We can do round robin, individual. We do group calendars, whatever it may be. Links right in there. And same whenever we go to check for availabilities from the AI callers. It links directly into your calendar and only provides the availability that you give it. And we can also do multiple types of events, like spas, for instance. We'll have 2-hour-long sessions or 60-minute sessions, things like that. So,
and I did just receive a text to confirm the appointment that I booked, by the way.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Would be Mia. She is the Revive and Rebook agent. And she was actually the cornerstone agent of Revive once it started to go ahead and reactivate the old leads. So we'll jump in that. Boston, I'll go ahead and activate her for you. And she has a special little message that she sends out. We actually include this in all of our contacts here. So let's go ahead and jump on into that agent. Before I activate Mia, I can actually come into your contact card, fill out some information for you. It's really common whenever you're working in a CRM and you want to keep track of what type of pains that can be solved from your company, X, Y, and Z. So for Mia, we always want to address the biggest pains and personal goals. So we know that over at Shreddit, one of the big challenges that you're facing is filtering your leads for more quality leads. And that's really relevant in any company. Every company will receive a ton of leads, but are they all interested? Not necessarily. Let's filter them out. So biggest pain is lead filtering. Lead lists are taking too much time. And then your personal goals are to have more concise leads. If I can spell concise correctly. Leads that interested and qualified to focus your sales efforts. So I'll go ahead and save that. And when I come back, I'll take your contact here, and all I have to do is add a tag. We have it set up to just to add a tag. So the tag that we use for Mia, at least in this, Mia demo, is just Mia demo. You have a list of all the tags here. Right now we have way too many tags just from A/B testing. This is the demo account, so way too many tags here. But we'll just type in Mia demo to activate her for you. And this will start a re-engagement campaign. So it's campaigns just like this that can take an old lead list, and you can pull out meetings that day. We've had marketing companies that use this action and pull out meetings the same exact day. No lie. I think it was about 2,500 leads, and the very first day they had 3 meetings. It was great. And so this is a text message. As long as it's opted in, you can text it. If it's not email, if it's not opted in, we can do email and some other things. But it's worked very well.
And I did just receive the text message, by the way.
Okay, so in order to increase the conversion rates on these campaigns, we do create like custom messages from the agents, kind of like a small sales letter. But if you can open up and share that link, you'll see Mia, and she has a quick message for you.
Okay, give me 1 second here. So I'm going to click the link and then swap you over to the browser, and let me give her some volume.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm Austin's assistant here at Revive AI. It's really nice to meet you. Austin asked me to reach out personally and make sure you're being taken care of. If you're still thinking about growing your sales with our AI tools, I'd love to help. A little about me, I specialize in reconnecting with the leads you may have forgotten about. I'm built to revive cold conversations and turn them into booked appointments automatically. No pressure, no hassle, just warm, timely outreach that helps you make the most of what you already have. I'm here to make your next steps simple, smooth, and successful. And I'm not the only one. Revive has a full team of sales AI agents, each with their own specialty. Whether it's lead engagement, follow-up, reviews, retention, or missed calls, there's someone like me ready to help. I'm excited to get to know you and support your journey with Revive Sales AI. Let's grow your business together.
And that's just a short, clip that we make. And I kind of have this specialty made for me, right? Obviously, and we've had this forever. But it's just a short little, video. Bring it in, and then right after that video, it's the same appointment setting link with the calendar that you saw before. But in that text message that was sent over to you, do you see any like personalization in the first few lines?
I'll
of
just
that?
go ahead and read the whole thing. So, hey, Boston, it's Mia from Revive, checking in with you on behalf of Austin. Filtering lead lists taking too much time? Revive streamlines this, giving you concise, qualified leads to focus your sales efforts. Want to grab a quick time to connect with Austin to learn more? P.S. You can get to know me more from this link below, which we just watched.
Yeah, perfect. So a little intro, and you can text back and forth with her if you really want to, but most people are going to go into that link, right? Watch the video and then like click into a meeting. So works really well. It's kind of like a little mini funnel that we have for this Rebook and Revive program. So super cool. Companies have pulled out hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of deals simply by just reviewing the leads that we used to think are all lost anyways, especially if you pay for those leads and there's never any ROI. Some folks are just not ready to move forward, even if they showed interest, and that reactivation, whether it be a month or 2 later, can work all the difference. But we don't always have all the time in the world to dive back into nurturing those leads, because marketing just gave you a whole new lead list that we just paid for, right? So it's sometimes those leads can be unjustly wasted. So we wanted to make sure that that was used well. So that's really commonly used for really any industry: marketing, tech, roofing, service-based industries, any industry. So a nice little cherry on top there. So that will conclude most of our sales specific agents. The rest of the suite is going to be aimed towards customer service and fulfillment and post fulfillment. And this is what starts increasing the customer satisfaction, and also for referrals, and then also those reviews that worked really well for companies in general to increase their public profile. So let's go ahead and jump into the next. Will be Kai, I believe, and we'll look at fulfillment updates from Revive.
All right.
All right. So the next agent that we use whenever there's been post sale and now we're in fulfillment, a lot of customers appreciate communication. It can be tedious and, it can be frustrating from both sides when there's not great communication. Whenever we as a company, the provider, can send out an email, sometimes that sends out a light bulb in our customer's mind to give us an update. Sometimes it just makes the key stakeholders feel good about working with us, and same for our customers, especially roofers that see a ton of audits, financial hurdles, and like vendor and crew and weather obstacles. So a lot of times roofing customers can grow really frustrated. This has been really useful for those roofing clients. So what we made inside of Revive is a pipeline for fulfillment. And inside of that pipeline for fulfillment in this demo is we have one stage that we will just go ahead and demo here. And that stage is really going to be for build and process. And what build and process does is Kai is the agent for fulfillment, during fulfillment processing and onboarding and things like that. So it sends material, but it also sends updates on the process. And where that information comes from is within the card, the contact card. So you have all these special fields that will be unique to each company. And within this contact card, this is the demo. This is the demo profile, but we have one here. It's just a single field here. There can be multiple, but we have a build status. So let's just, for demo purposes, we say, hey, we bring on Shreddit. We're working with their build. We say AI agents for build to understand the Shreddit service. Service provisions and callers are completed. Currently working on implementation and testing. And so we'll go ahead and pull that. But this email functionality of Kai within the fulfillment updates, this will pull from the build status the same way Mia pulled from business pain and personal goals, same exact way. And so what will happen is those emails will periodically go out. Depending on the industry, again, it can be daily, it can be bi-daily, it can be weekly, it can be bi-weekly, but there's a regimen that we use to make sure that these customers are happy with the service and the communication, because that drives referrals later on. And referrals is that silent service ROI that you can't buy. You have to earn it. And this portion of Revive was made so companies can earn the right for powerful referrals. And so now that we went ahead and filled out the build status here, and so I'll go to your contact here, and I will add you to an opportunity. Add. And then we'll add you to customer builds. And we'll go to build and process starting. So there's a few different fulfillments. Everybody is familiar with onboarding, automated onboarding. That's nothing new. But this fulfillment update and build and process starting, this has been one of those referral earners that really stands out. I'll just go ahead and put you at 10,000 here for easy numbers. And so you'll be added to You'll be added there.
It looks like I just got an email.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that was, within a few seconds.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, do you mind?
No. Hi, Boston. This is Kai from Revive Business AI team with a quick project update. Your AI agents have successfully understood the shredded service provisions and callers. We are currently working on your implementation and testing. Your product is actively being worked on and everything is on track with the timelines. If you have any questions or updates on your end, feel free to reach out to us anytime. You can simply reply to this email or give us a quick call at number. Best, Kai.
Yeah, very, very straightforward, very general, right? A lot of folks will want that kind of personalized, but that's just straight to the point, just to show demo. That goes out on that kind of a nurturing basis. Again, just it makes customers feel great about the service that they're receiving, because on both sides of business, there's a business exchange, but then there's also that entity to customer exchange, and you want to keep that as healthy and positive as possible. So this is just the cherry on top of working with any sort of company. People seem to love it. So it's really worked wonders over the last year. And so now we'll go ahead and jump into the next agent. We're going to bypass ON for now for sake of time. I know we're running on right now because the AI caller from Theo or the website form lead caller kind of shows the capabilities there. And so now we'll go ahead and jump into Tessa, which is our review request. And she operates very similarly to the way Kai does. So let's go ahead and jump into see how Tessa will bolster up our reviews online. Tessa, it's as simple as just moving the contact card within the fulfillment opportunity pipeline. So I'll just take your card here and I'll drop it right in under Tessa Ask for Review. And all that's going to do, it's going to take some of your contact card information, put that into a message, and it's going to send you a text along with a link that it follows. And the key here is that Tessa knows when you've clicked that link to leave a review. So it will continue to text you periodically until you at least click through, because once you click through, there's a high probability that you actually took the time to leave a review, which can make all the wonder. You can have it directed towards your Google My Business page. You have directed towards your Facebook page. Right now for this one, this is one that we've recently implemented into the Revive system for the demo. And we're having it sent to our Facebook page for now. But it's been very powerful with boosting, especially if you have any sort of service-based business where you have a lot of local business. It really does bolster up those 5-star reviews for companies. Do you see it there?
Yeah. Would you like me to read it?
Yeah, if you don't mind. It should have some personalized information from your contact card.
Hi, Boston. It's Tessa from Revive. Hope the streamlined lead filtering and more concise, qualified leads are helping you focus sales efforts. If you're open to it, we'd really appreciate a quick review whenever it's convenient. Here's the link where you can leave your review. Thank you so much for your time. And then there's a link.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so that link has a pixel in there or a cookie, and it will track and see when you've triggered that, and then it will leave you alone. But it's really powerful to help companies get off the ground, have their customer reviews start stacking up. And so now that we're past that, our last agent that we'll cover today is going to be Lex, and that is our upsell specialist. Operates very similarly to Tessa, but has a delayed timeline. And so what we'll do is just drag over your contact card here, Boston. And typically Lex has a delay. Typically it's about a 90-day delay for most companies. Just so you get past the implementation training. They start to see the benefits from the purchase, from the service, product, etc. And now they may be, you want to go ahead and just check in with them, right, to see how things are. But now let's start having the conversation of, okay, so there's been implementation, you've experienced success. What else can we do for you? So you should have received another text message from Lex that has basically carrying on that same idea. Do you see one there?
Hi, Boston. It's Lex from Revive. Pleasure delivering AI sales solutions. Thank you for your trust. Glad we're already boosting growth with more qualified, concise leads. If you'd like to explore next steps or optimizations, want to grab a quick time to connect? And I'll just go ahead and respond yes. You can use this link to schedule your consult, and then the link is there. Anything else you'd like to prepare before your meeting? And then it lists off available time slots.
Nice. So that's all you really need to go for from there. We'll actually go ahead and cut it, but that is the end. Between Lex and Mia, those are the upsells. That's how you take a lead list that you've either serviced or you haven't serviced, and you pull. There has been amazing gains pulled from lead lists simply by using Lex and Mia after service, with no service. These have been a great little trickle to add on to any sales tech stack for a company can use. So, Boston, I really appreciate you joining in on the demo today. And your team over at Shreddit has been great. It's been great working with you guys. And I'll go ahead and take it from here. Thank you.
Absolutely, anytime.
Cheers. Now that we've covered the agents here at Revive, we need to take a quick look and a tangent into growth models companies can adopt, because the most important mission at Revive is a strong execution of marketing strategy. It is the entire reason that Revive was created, to eliminate communication lags or gaps that cause poor returns on growth investments. Outside of social media, organic posting, which is obviously important, but it doesn't mean other marketing strategies are any less necessary. But most company growth models fit into at least one or combination of these strategies. We have referral outreach and networking, lead generation, and GEO, which is the new SEO. By now, we all realize search has changed drastically with the arrival of ChatGPT and other similar platforms. So now, if you aren't using other strong marketing strategies, you aren't visible to AI, you're invisible to customers. So if search is strong in your industry, like local services, e-commerce, you'll need to implement the new SEO, which is called GEO. It stands for Generative Engine Optimization. You have to position your brand to be trusted in AI's algorithm, not only Google's anymore. So the goal is to fit credibility algorithms that these AI models have in order to not rank, but you need to become the answer. We've seen challenges with referral based businesses following up because it's so intensive. But this leaves about 90% of their ROI on the table from those past lead lists. And the reality is, by re engaging with those stale prospects, you find them at a more opportune buying state. Then your forgotten age leads turn into more of a predictable revenue engine that scales without high ad spend, rather than calling it quits after the first conversation. When you pair this with an outreach system, new leads that match your current customer characteristics, otherwise known as an ICP, you start to gain predictive growth model that replaces risk of a drought with growth. Then for B2B firms that wait for leads to find them, they leave a tremendous percentage of the market share on the table for their competitors to sweep up. So companies like SaaS, manufacturing, professional services, when you start an outreach, you start to own the conversation before your competitors even show up, and you can control the strategy with your lead list. Now you turn proactive outreach into a predictive revenue engine that scales without the wait. Then finally, lead generation. It allows you to penetrate a new market and gain exclusive leads while you build your brand and learning from that market. And you grow your revenue simultaneously. Lead generations across platforms such as Meta and Google have always shown to provide the calibration freedoms that we need to properly tune these revenue channels for industries like SaaS, finance, real estate, home services, and others. Now let's see how the Revive agent teams match these strategies that you'll need. So the services that you'll need across the lead gen, SEO or GEO, B2B outreach, or your networking, and then you have referral base, can all, honestly, they can all be complemented by the agents. But these are just the recipes that we give to get the ball rolling. And so if you have lead generation across Meta, it's been proven that if you reach those contacts within the first 5 minutes, you have a four times a bigger chance of closing that deal. It's just proven. It's statistics. It makes sense, right? If you're looking at a company and you get the attention, that attention span is going to be shorter than somebody that's searching for that customer or searching for that service, right? So you have Dara that responds instantly, answers questions, qualifies them, make sure they're a right fit, and so on and so forth, and then schedules that appointment after it checks out your calendar and find those gaps so it can agree on a time with that new customer. And then without those same sorts of campaigns, a lot of times when you run ads, they'll visit your website first, and then depending on talk around the office, or if it's the CEO that found it, if that potential customer sends his employee to go check out the website and validate you, they go to the website, they fill out a form, and then that form is then responded by Theo. Then you have Kai, which he's keeping them updated with fulfillment, with progress on the project, which always increases your reputation. You're going to have much bigger word of mouth, much more referral business, while you have Kai keeping them updated. And then, of course, Mia, you spend a ton of marketing budget for those leads. So you're naturally going to lose some of those leads from time to time. Maybe they're just testing things out and it wasn't the right time. A ton of people come to Revive and then they aren't ready to buy for like 6 months. And that's just the reality of business. I don't know why they wait, because they're just delayed on their returns, but it's just the nature of people and how ready they are to buy, right? Sometimes it's timing, budget, when we all know that credit is there for a reason for businesses to grow, but business is so intrinsic to our own beliefs that people wait from time to time. It's just human psychology. And so you have SEO. SEO will naturally direct someone to your website, right? So Theo naturally shines there. That is the very first agent that you should even consider whenever you have a strong SEO or now GEO presence. And then you have Owen that will answer any calls, same as Dara, answer questions, schedule, objection handling, very strong objection handling, heavy in our AI callers. So those are always great, perform super well. You need those in any sort of sales agent anyway. Make sure that he's having the best day while the other sales agents could not. And then you have Tessa, which is going to be reaching back out and getting all those reviews for you. Very strong tool to have. And then Lex for the upsells, reaching out after 90 days, checking in with you. Hey, how are things, et cetera, et cetera. Is there anything else we can do for you? By the way, we also have these services. Always great, right? Can pull that LTV up. And then you have a B2B outreach, which we tend to pair with referral-based businesses as well. Eli is going to be our guy. He's going to research those contacts. He's going to send out that messaging that really hits, and you're going to use an account-based marketing approach for that AI SDR, BDR to really hit home and bring in those new accounts. And then same thing goes for Theo, Mia, and Lex. So you can operate in tandem and make sure you're covering all your bases. So referrals are strong, LTV is strong, and you can move forward prosperously. And then for referral-based businesses, this is our recipe to get them going. This is, hey, pick up those dead leads, and then let's get some new leads in here, and let's fill up that pipeline so that drought becomes growth. That's just it. And so then we go down to client success. Just a couple of testimonials from folks that allowed us to share their story. We've got Cara, VP over at Vertex Medical. We helped them double their pipeline, and then their overseas HQ over in Germany, they needed they were strongly impressed. And so we've met with them, and we're going to have a great next few quarters with them. And then SiteStand, this is a product. They wanted to get into stores and kick off their wholesale strategy strong. And we actually increased almost $2 million in wholesale pipeline their first year for a product company. Not too many product companies do that, but Francisco is very forward thinking. He has his own optometry practice. He's a doctor, and he deals with wholesaling, buying glasses and everything. So he wanted to get strong in that game from the rip, which much respect to him. And then you've got Mike over at ClickGen. He was a referral-based strong business, great at what he does for e-commerce growth automation, but he wanted to get the ball rolling, and he didn't really have room for a sales team. So he wanted to kick off sales teams with us, use the Revive Sales Agent, and we're having 150% growth month over month with him. So he's doing fantastic. Well, I want to thank you all for joining in on the demo here. I hope you learned a ton. Whether you come and join the Revive AI team or not, up to you, but I hope you learned lots to revive your company into the future. And I hope to speak with you soon. Feel free to join in if you have any questions, or you simply, want to learn about what your next steps could be based on your team, based on your appetite for risk, based on any sort of new product rollouts. X, Y, and Z. We'll give you some strategies there, and we'll see how Revive can fit. And if you choose to roll out with a marketing strategy with us as well, happy to help. Talk soon.